Wow. Okay. That was fun. Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster. I'm here this week without Mika. She is on maternity leave. I'm a huge fan of Laura Jane Grace. I've been listening to her since Reinventing Axl Rose. I have her book. This one is called Adventure Club. It's got a really cool cover too. It almost reminds me of Art of Drowning era AFI. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to rate each song on a 5-point scale. There's no half ratings, just so people know. The only song I've sort of heard is Your God because she played it at a Bernie Sanders event and a lot of people got really mad about this. So I know the very small bits and pieces from that song. And we are going to start with the song World War III Revisited. Okay, that was so much fun. A couple of things I love about this. I love when songs do like the callback. So you have one singer sing and then another singer sings back to them. And we had that. And it was fun. It almost gave me the sense of like being at a show live and like screaming something back at the singer. What I also really loved is how short this is. It's very quick, very punk rock. This is, I know like Laura Jane Grace's stuff is a little bit different from the Against Me stuff. This felt like very punk rock to me. I liked it. People know I love short songs. This is a great opening. It was super quick. There's also like, I really appreciate in songs when somebody's sort of like talking. They're not really singing, but they're saying something, but it sort of goes along with the music. And in this, I think I heard somebody saying like, do you care about what's in sausage or something? I have no idea. This was just fun. I would have to like really sit down and like listen to these lyrics, but this was a fun song. So I give the song a 5 out of 5. Easy. That was great. I love that. Stellar opening to the beginning of this album. The next one is called Wearing Black. Wow. Okay. That was fun. You know what this reminds me of? This actually reminds me of the Against Me album, Shapeshift With Me, the very first song, Provision L3. It has same vibe as that song to me. And that's actually one of my favorite songs on that album. So I really like this. This was really good. The lyrics, it has that like sort of fun vibe, but I think there's something deeper being said here too. Like I heard the line like ACAB, but the gays are okay. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I think it was talking about like how pride is more than a parade, right? Like this is a protest. And maybe this is talking a little bit more about the corporatization of pride and how that has not been good. Maybe, I don't know. That's just like my sense from it, listening to it for the first time. I have to give this one a 5 too. This was really great. Great start to this album. The next one is called I Love to Get High. Not very subtle on this one. Wow, okay, we're on a very good streak right now. I love that. Again, all these songs have been so fun. And I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't get high. I still really liked this. Okay, it had the backup vocals. The backup vocals are so good. So I can hear the parts that James Bowman would usually be doing on an Against Me song. But it's not him. It's somebody else doing the backup vocals. And so it's different. I'm not used to Laura having a different person doing those backup vocals, but it works. It works really well. This sounds like if you took Against Me and just dialed up the fun to 11. That's what I'm feeling in these songs so far. It's nice and short too. Didn't overstay its welcome. I'm really liking this so far. Another 5 out of 5. I'm sure it can't hold up like this forever. So let's keep going. Let's see what the next one is. Active Trauma. Beautiful. Another amazing song. It had the call and response again, which I love. It was short. Okay, one thing that you should know is my favorite Against Me album is Reinventing Axl Rose. One of the reasons that I love it so much is because none of the songs overstay their welcome. Most of the songs just have 2 choruses, if they have a chorus at all. I think there's like one exception to that. We Laugh at Danger, Break All the Rules. The fact that all these songs, for the most part, have been pretty short, pretty fun, lots of backup vocals and call and response. This is like what I wanted. This is perfect. This is exactly the album I was hoping for so far. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Another 5 out of 5. Okay, I know this streak is going to break soon, but Okay, this one is harder to rate. It kind of reminds me of a mix between something that you would find on the White Crosses album and maybe something you would find from Bomb the Music Industry rolled into one. I like the oohs. I like the background vocals again. Now, this one was a little bit more mellow, a little bit slower. But you know what? It's kind of like appreciated. We'd be going like so fast. And I say slower. This is still a 2-minute song, 2.5-minute song. It's not like it's that slow. Do I want to break the streak? You know what? I appreciate this song. And I think with time, I'll like it a lot more. And I think because it stands out so much from the other songs so far, it's a needed break. But my first listen wasn't as positive as the other ones. Still very positive. So I'm just going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Okay, the next one's called Mine Me Mine. Okay, so that was really fun. I like the callback and response, sort of in the bridge there. I thought it was good, but I didn't. I'm sensing like some similar patterns now as we go down the songs, and I felt like this one sounded kind of similar to one that I'd heard earlier, but I didn't feel like it was as good as that one. Now I don't remember which one I'm actually comparing it to here, but it sounded like something I'd heard earlier in the album. So for that reason, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. Okay, here's the one that caused the ruckus. This is called Your God, God's. Does your God have me? Okay. So that was something. I could see why this caused so much controversy. I don't have the lyrics in front of me. So all I really heard was something about God talking about God's genitalia and what he's using it for, and he's not using it for very good purposes. It's one that I want to look at the lyrics a little bit more. I think they're probably deeper than just that. It was short, and it had like a very arena type chorus where it's like this is a chorus I can see like a whole arena of people like sort of singing along to. So I like that. You know what? Just because it pissed off Tim Pool, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. Okay, the next one is F.U. Harry Potter. Okay, this is going to be good. I assume this is going to be directed at J.K. Rowling. I'm excited for this. Let's see what this is. That was not what I was expecting. I was hoping for something a little bit angrier and a little bit more pointed in its criticism. Maybe I'm just not, because again, I don't have the lyrics in front of me. I'm listening to this like before the lyrics have even gone out yet. But I think I heard the same line just repeated over and over again. And it was, I think it says, I ain't nobody that I haven't been. I ain't nobody now. Maybe. I don't know. It repeats this line a lot, like over and over and over again. Like it's one thing to repeat a line if it's like a really powerful line, but I don't really know what that line has to do with anything. Is that connected to Harry Potter somehow? Connected to J.K. Rowling? I don't know. I sort of got lost from that. I felt like there's a chance for some like really strong criticism in this song, but it's just being wasted on that line over and over again. So I don't know. I was like really actually kind of disappointed in the song. And it's one of the longer songs so far, and I don't think it justified it. So I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5 on this one. It was okay, but so far the weakest song on here. The most disappointing. I definitely was hoping for more. The next one is called Poison in Me. That one's hard to rate. So definitely a slower one. Again, that we're getting, I'm saying slow. It's less than 3 minutes still. There was some repetition as well, though it could have been more repetitive and it wasn't. So at the end where it says, come on, save me, I'm going down tonight, I was expecting it to do that at least 4 times or even longer, but it actually stopped after 3. So it did, play with my expectations a little bit there, which is good. This feels like one of those songs that I might initially not give it great rating, but it might grow on me. So I'm just going to say how I feel right now. But this one feels like it might be one of those sleeper hits where over time I might appreciate it more. But for now, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. This next song is called Espresso Freddy. Okay, that was another fun one. So I think this song is just about like finding a good cup of coffee. I don't know. But it was comical. I like the part where it's like no sugar, no cream, ew. I don't know. I like silly stuff like that. My only knock against this, sort of that part in the middle kind of slowed it down, or more towards the end, I guess. And then I felt like we had an extra chorus we didn't really need. I thought this could have been even shorter, and like it's already pretty short. Just for that reason, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Okay, the next one on here is Free Cigarettes.
It's lazy.
So that reminded me of the last song on As the Eternal Cowboy, Cavalier Eternal, except I like that song a lot better than this one. This one seemed to, I don't know, not have the same emotion to it. I'm not really sure what it was about. It felt like it lacked energy. This has been my least favorite song on here so far. It might grow on me over time, but right now I'm just in this sort of feeling about it. I'll give this a 2 out of 5. Cross my fingers and hope it might be one of those songs that just I'll come to appreciate with time. Okay, last song. This song is called Walls. So you're probably going to notice a theme here where the slower songs I'm not as big of a fan of. That was definitely slower. It actually kind of reminds me of the end of New Wave, that album, like when we're getting into Animal and The Ocean, where everything's just like slowing down a lot. I like The Ocean, but it's really the lyrics that carry that song for me. If the lyrics were different, I don't think I would care that much about it. Not a super exciting way to end this album, but I wouldn't say it was bad. It just felt like sort of an average song. So for that reason, I'm going to give that one a 3 out of 5 ham stars. Okay, so I've now gone through this whole album, and I have to say, like, overall, despite the ending not being as impressive as the starting, I really liked this. This was good. This made me happy. I don't remember how many 5 stars I gave out, but I feel like almost maybe half the songs I gave like 5 stars, which is really good. And then I gave some 4s, a couple 3s, and 1 2. Just because I didn't like the last half as much as the first half. Keeping in mind, I don't do decimals. So this would have to be like a near perfect album for me to give this a 5, just so people know. It's not perfect, but it's still really good. And for that reason, I'm going to give this album a 4 out of 5. I'm super impressed. Love this a lot. This was so good. I'm so happy I heard this. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite song from this album? And what song maybe did you think I misinterpreted or I need to give another chance to? Because I'm open to the idea that, like, you know, once I actually dive into these lyrics and once I, like, give it a couple listens, some of these songs that maybe didn't, like, capture me at the beginning, I might start to, like, come around to. So let me know how you feel. So Mika isn't here with us this week, but I'll finish this up myself. Spin your wheel down to that subscribe button and give us a dastardly thumbs up.